Look at that. So yummy. As is this. How is that gourmet? The goods have been got. It's there for you in every scenario. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry, the lighting is crazy today. I don't know what's going on, but welcome back. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, it's a crazy one. I don't know if you can guess what I am doing today from these food items and also the title of the video. I'm only going to be eating Marmite themed foods for the day. Yeah, I'm a Marmite lover, so I feel like I'm gonna like this. I actually got inspiration from M&S, of course. They have released so much Marmite stuff recently. I just thought it would be so much fun. I'm very excited. Shocker. I thought for breakfast I would do the OG, aka Marmite on toast. I feel like I can't do this video without doing Marmite on toast. So I've got bread, I've got Marmite. So I'm gonna do half of this Marmite and then half of it Marmite peanut butter. How fun is that? I got this from Sainsbury's, but I think you can get it from like Tesco and stuff as well. I love peanut butter, so I feel like that's gonna be a vibe. I'm also gonna make a peanut butter Marmite smoothie. This recipe is actually on the Marmite website, which is a thing apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna make that as my drink. I'm very excited. Marmite is a breakfast staple, so it's gonna be good. Let's go. Here is my toast. So we've got the peanut butter on this side and then just Marmite and butter on this side. Got my smoothie. I have had a few bits of this while I was making the toast and smoothie and it was kind of good, like in a weird sort of way. Like I love Marmite, but I'm just like, how is this combination gonna work? I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of wacky combinations I think today. But basically in this, you probably saw from the little montage I did, but we've got some frozen banana, Greek yogurt, oat milk, and then the peanut butter. It's quite thick actually. It's giving more like banana milkshake. That's so yummy. Oh my God. I really like that. It's basically just a banana milkshake, but then you've got the slightest subtle like Marmite flavour. But it's like not intense at all. Because I think if it was like really Marmite-y, that's good. Let's have this toast before it gets cold. This is the Marmite peanut butter. It's quite salty. I don't know if Marmite's salty, I don't know, but it is actually quite salty. Yeah, lovely. That is a banging breakfast. I just love Marmite because I feel like it's good for every sort of situation. I could have Marmite probably like every morning on toast for breakfast and be absolutely content with that. I could have Marmite when I'm feeling a bit ill. I could have Marmite when I'm feeling high on life. It's there for you in every scenario, you know? Whether or not I'll be saying that at the end of today, I don't know. The main reason I'm doing this video is because probably like a month or so ago now, I saw that M&S have started doing like a pecan and Marmite blondie or something. And I was like, whoa, okay, that's crazy. I thought of doing this video and I was like, yeah, I've got to have that. Went to M&S yesterday and it was a massive M&S and they didn't have it. So I'm going to go on a hunt today and try and find this flippin' blondie. That was literally the whole reason I wanted to do this video. Also, I've just been listening to Taylor's new album. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest. When I initially listened to it, like first off, I really liked it. A lot of people are saying that it's just a bit too like on the nose. But it takes me so long to like fully grasp an album and whether I like it or not. Like I remember with Tortured Poets, I always want to say Society, Tortured Poets Department. Wait, what the heck is the name of that album? I never know. That one, when I initially listened to it, I just was not keen. Same with like Reputation and Folklore and Evermore. I was a little bit like on the fence at first. Months and months later, I was obsessed. I don't know if it's going to be one of those, but I do actually quite like it. I feel like a lot of people don't, but I'm liking like the sort of more like poppy vibe. But yeah, I do think it's going to take me a while to like fully give an opinion, you know? I'm going to go back to this. Oh my gosh, I just made eye contact with the lady out there. She was just staring right at me. Girl. I think I'd make that again. I genuinely do. This is so delicious and really easy to make as well. Also, I've started using the Greek yogurt from M&S that's like, it's like Greek yogurt with vanilla. It is delicious. It doesn't even really taste like Greek yogurt, to be honest, because I feel like Greek yogurt is it's almost like quite bitter, but the vanilla just makes it a little bit like sweeter, and it's just, oh my gosh, it's delightful. And it's got like the vanilla beans in it as well, so yeah, it's a dream. Okay, well, this video has started off very, very well. Look at that beauty. It's not very peanutty though, even though I can literally see the peanuts. Also, I'm really in my brown era at the moment, clothing wise. For the autumn months, brown is my colour. I definitely don't have Marmite toast enough. I just forget how flipping gorgeous it is. I feel like I'm on the verge of burnout at the moment, because I feel like this morning I just felt like a bit like funny. You know, when your brain just doesn't feel like fully with it. And I feel like yesterday, like last night, I had like such a weird night's sleep. I'm hoping I'm not coming down with like some illness. Okay, so turns out I was ill. I got really, really sick like 3 or 4 days after filming this video. I find it really bizarre because the exact same thing happened at the beginning of the year when I got a kidney infection. I did a video like a couple of days before and I was like, oh, I don't feel quite right, da-di-da-di-da. Then got really sick. The exact same thing happened here. I was like, oh, I don't feel quite right. 3 days later, 4 days later, kidney infection again. So I wasn't kidding when I was saying I was burning out. Having said that, if I am coming down with an illness, Marmite is definitely the best food to be eating. That was delicious. That is stun. Today might be a good day, you know. I really hope so. Anyway, I'm going to finish this and then I will catch you for a bit of Marmite lunch. Okay, I'm on my mission to find the blondies, guys. Wish me luck. I'm going to a big M&S. So I'm hoping we're successful. Also, as you can probably tell from the sky in the background, it is a boiling hot day today and I just was not expecting it. And I've come out in like a long sleeve top, joggers, sensory overload. Like I just feel really like flustered. Yeah, hopefully the journey will be worth it. The goods have been got. Thank goodness, but it's just like, it's been one of those afternoons where I was like, oh, I'll have a little mooch at M&S, look at the Christmas bits, and no you won't. No you flipping won't. It was like so busy in there. Even now, like there's just people everywhere, so I'll see you at home. So, I'm back from M&S now. It is lunchtime. I cannot tell you how little I fancy my lunch today. So, I don't even really know what this is. I think it's given like Marmite and steak, Greg's bake. But it's also kind of tiny, not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be bigger. These you can actually get as snacks in a Tesco meal deal, which is so random. But yeah, it's a steak and Marmite cheese pocket. I think because it's so hot today and I've just done like an errands trip, like I feel hot and sweaty. I feel a bit clammy. I just don't fancy this. But I am going to put it in the air fryer because I think it will be like 10 times better in the air fryer. The snacks are more calling my name, actually. I might even open them whilst that's in the air fryer. So I've seen these quite a lot and they're the Graze Marmite. It doesn't even really have a name, like snacking thing. This is what it is. Broad beans, roasted corn and corn hoops in a yeast extract seasoning. But I really like Graze. We used to get Graze boxes, like a subscription, every Thursday when we were kids growing up. And I remember it was just the most exciting thing, like when we come home from school on a Thursday and we'd have the Graze box through. I mean, because we were such a big family, it would be gone in like minutes, but it was delicious. I feel like I haven't really had anything from Graze since then. This is also quite exciting, to be fair. I've also got some Marmite popcorn. So this is from the brand Joe and Seth's, and I've had their chocolate star popcorn before, and it's literally like popcorn with like chocolate stars on the back. I remember getting it when I was on a flight back from Barcelona, I want to say. And I'm a terrible flyer, like literally the worst flyer ever. And so I always like nervous eat when I'm flying. And I remember eating these popcorn chocolate things. Delicious. That and a tonic water actually really like settled the nerves, and it was an all right flight in the end. So yeah, basically every time I think of Joe and Seth's, I think of that. I think happy thoughts. I've got high hopes. So it's crunchy caramel popcorn coated in lovely Marmite. There's a lot of like sweet things that are being paired with Marmite. So I'm gonna have that and that with my little steak thing. Also, it's that sort of day today. I feel a little bit stressed today. Like I feel a little bit overstimulated. So it's gotta be done. Stress gone, just like that. Honestly, such a stress relief. But breakfast was good, so I'm like, I really hope that this is just as nice. Also, I'm so aware my hair is like a literal frying pan of grease. Like it's really not thriving. But we're just going to ignore that. We're just going to ignore that. I've only ever had this brand once before. I actually had it in a video because I got a Cornish pasty from this brand for my only in British food. A Cornish pasty. So I would recommend this brand. Do you know what? They surprised me. It was actually really nice. So maybe this will also surprise me. I don't know. Okay, just FYI, on this packet, it says to do it in the air fryer for 7 to 10 minutes. This has been done for 5 minutes and it looks virgin on burnt, so just be careful with that one. I have to say it's smelling really good. I actually feel like a bit happier about the whole situation. Right, let's get a little bowl. This is what it looks like. It's just so classic that these things like burning hot. It's actually not hot at all. I'm kind of scared it's not cooked, but I'm sure it is. That is really Marmite-y, actually. I kind of forgot it was Marmite flavour. That's what it looks like. Yeah, do you know what? That's all right. It's not like something I would usually go for. It actually is quite cold, so I'm tempted to put it back in. I might just try some of these while we wait. But the flavour of that, very Marmite-y, to be fair. There we are. I just think this is the sort of thing that I'll end up finishing, like, in one sitting. It's nice. And I don't know if it's because I've literally just had that steak bake, which is really Marmite-y, but it doesn't taste as strong. I'm not as convinced by that. It is really nice. And I could easily snack on that all day long. It doesn't taste like Marmite to me. To be quite honest, I'm not mad about it in this current moment because I've had so much Marmite already today, but that's not very Marmite-y, but still delicious. The question is, do I crack into this? I think I might have to. This is honestly the most random lunch. They are quite like massive bits. Oh. No, I'm not sure about that. It's the caramel, I just don't think it goes. Like Marmite and caramel, what? I think that's the worst thing yet. And probably the most expensive as well. This was the thing I was dreading the most, and actually, I feel like it's one of the best bits. I mean, wouldn't get it again. Just have Marmite on toast and you're sorted, but it's good to try these things. It's just like such a rich Marmite flavour, so I don't think you'd want more than that little bake. Oh, okay, that is hot now. I just have such a funny thing about things being lukewarm when you cook them. I get so nervous about eating things that aren't fully like sizzling hot. I'd rather burn my tongue than have something that's like lukewarm. I think I just get nervous that I'm gonna get food poisoning, to be honest. Not for me. How is that gourmet? I'm so sad because, as I said the last time I had this brand, it was delicious. So I had such high hopes. But I honestly think to me, the Ginsters or Ginsters, whatever you call it, steak bake was more gourmet than this. I don't think I'd get any of it again, if I'm being completely honest. I quite like the greys just because the Marmite flavour is super, super subtle, which I think is quite nice. The Ginsters thing did really, really taste like Marmite. Like, it's almost like they spooned like a whole thing of Marmite in, but maybe it was a bit much by the end of the bake. This, not for me. Okay, not the most successful of lunches, but I'm really hopeful for dinner. It actually feels like a fat minute since I vlogged, but it is actually quite a late dinner. Well, I say late dinner. What is the time? I have no idea. It's 7:45. So I feel like that is quite late. And because it's getting so dark so early now, it feels later than it is. Dinner tonight. So I'm going to just flip the camera around and show you the ingredients. It's probably easier that way. I saw a recipe online for Marmite ramen. It's actually on the Sainsbury's website, so I'll link it down below if it goes well. So basically it's just like normal chicken ramen, I think, but you put Marmite in the broth. I picked up these in M&S, chili and coriander noodles, to make it super duper easy. I've got some spring onions, some coriander, obviously like garlic and ginger and all that jazz. Maybe put a bit gochujang in it. I'm gonna have a few of these chicken gyoza, and then maybe potentially, if I can be bothered, do an egg as well. I've also got some crispy chili oil. I should really use this homemade one, but it's sort of like giving me the ick a little bit. Yeah, so I'm doing a Marmite ramen. So this is my ramen. Yeah, so we've got noodles, eggs. Sorry, I've got Gilmore Girls on in the background, but it's actually really loud. Yeah, so egg, spinach, chicken gyoza, chili noodles, the Marmite broth, coriander and bits and bobs as well. My chopsticks, my little kitty, some tonic water, of course. Can't say there's any Marmite in that, I'm afraid. I did sort of like sway from the recipe a little, but there is still Marmite in it. Oh, it's quite rich. Very rich. Oh my. To be honest, I feel like I can taste the soy sauce more than I can the Marmite. I feel like you probably don't need soy sauce and Marmite. The Marmite would be good, but in the recipe it tells you to put like a load of other flavours in, such as soy sauce. I did put gochujang in as well, and I feel like maybe a bit much, but it's still delish. I'm gonna have a little gyoza. I was either gonna do this, right, or I was gonna make my own Marmite pizza. It's just so salty. I don't really have salt much in my diet as well, so my body's gonna be like, what the heck? Oh, I haven't watched Gilmore Girls in so long. I love it. And it's autumn now, so I feel like it's Gilmore Girls season. That is good. That is the best egg I've done on a ramen before. They always go wrong. I don't know why. I think because this time, like, it wasn't as complicated, the whole recipe. So I had time to, like, properly do the egg. Also, sad news, guys. This afternoon, I listed my camera on Vinted. I'm not getting on with it. I'm really not. I don't know why, because so many people use this camera. You really don't need soy sauce and Marmite, one or the other, and I think that would be quite nice, but not both. Yeah, I'm just not getting on with it. The audio seems to be constantly wrong. I'm really sensitive, and I don't think it's anything to do with the camera necessarily. I just don't think it's right for what I film. I keep watching footage from when I had my old camera, and I just miss it so much. And I've been getting so like in my head and like anxious about it the last couple like weeks, months, whenever I got it. Do you know what? Today was the final straw. It was one of those days where I was like, just list it, Millie. Just flipping list it. Yeah, I think I'm going to eat the noodles and leave the broth, because the broth is just not for me. So I've tried to eat as many of the noodles as I can without eating the broth, because that broth is just insanely salty. I love ramen, and I make ramen a very specific way with very specific noodles, and that tastes nothing like it. And I'm really sad because I was really craving like my classic go-to, but equally it was a Marmite video, so it had to be tried. I do think though, making your own Marmite pizza or Marmite garlic bread would be really nice. I think if you are to do that recipe, because I'm still going to link it down below, just use Marmite instead of soy sauce, because it says to use soy sauce as well, and I don't think you need to, because it's just too much salt. I mean, I don't really like salt anyway, but that I can tell that is way too much. So if you are to do it, do that. Other than that, I think it would be quite nice. Anyway, oh, James is nearly home. Yahoo! He's been out for a curry tonight, and I bet that wasn't too salty. Anyway, yes, I'm going to clear up and then have my Marmite pudding, but I do feel quite salted out from the whole of today, not just that meal. And it makes sense because Marmite is salty. I didn't even realise that. I literally didn't. I think because I always have Marmite in such small quantities, I never really get that salty flavour, but because I've had it literally all day, I'm like so dehydrated. As I mentioned earlier, we've got these blondies for dessert, but I've actually just read that it's tiffin, pecan tiffin infused with Marmite. So I think this is going to be majority sweet with a little bit of Marmite, although I'm not liking this word right now. And I'm going to have some of this because I just love it so much and it's the love of my life. This is what it looks like up close. So it does look like proper like tiffin vibes. Kind of looks like a cornflake cake on the bottom. Do you see what I mean? I'm kind of excited. That yogurt is basically like ice cream. The reason why I'm obsessed with it is because, oh, I can't remember her name. There's a YouTuber that I've started watching who I'm obsessed with and she recommended it. Oh my gosh, what's her name? I feel like I watch so many people at the moment and I just don't have a clue what they're called. Am I even subscribed? Darcy something? Darcy Ratcliffe. Yeah, but she recommended this yogurt is basically what I'm trying to say. Right. It's quite dense. I am getting the Marmite actually. I'm not sure about that. It's not bad necessarily. I don't think anything today's been bad. Okay, maybe the ramen actually. That was, well, it wasn't even the ramen necessarily. It was just the broth was just so insanely salty. Yeah, I'm gonna just finish this off because it's all right. It's like good enough, but I don't think, again, I would get it again. I don't think I would get anything again apart from actually the peanut butter Marmite because that was a really nice smoothie this morning, as was the Marmite toast obviously, but that's a given. I'm kind of annoyed actually that I didn't do Marmite and cheese on crumpet because I think that is one of the best things in life. But thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please show all the love, like, subscribe, all of that jazz, comment. We will see you soon, or I'll see you soon for another video.